Oh Lord. Yeah, guys, what a funny old world it is. You know. That being said, that is what the latest news is on that. And you know what? I actually went online and I saw like literally it's like it's basically pandemonium now because everybody's on. Everybody is like clamoring. Oh my goodness, we can't believe it. We can't. I would say this though, the teaser trailer, which is of Ryan Reynolds like sitting on a couch, with a computer, was actually pretty good. The way they did it was pretty. I it was cool how they did it. With Hugh Jackman like walking up the stairs behind him. Um, it was cool. That I'll give them that. Like let me. I can't be. I'm not gonna hate on that. Like that was actually pretty good. For what it's worth. But I just feel I'm the wrong guy to actually be talking about this because I don't care. So, anybody who's going to click on this video, I'm going to be a Debbie Downer. They're going to be like, oh my God, who the hell is this Merc guy? What the hell is he flapping his lips about now? Why are you whining? And it's true because I really couldn't care less. Like, it's just like I saw it and in the back of my mind, I was thinking that, man, imagine if I cared. Imagine if I cared. This would be pretty big news if I gave a damn. But I don't. I just don't. But yeah, man. I mean, look, I'm actually thinking, what Infinities? What do you think the story is going to be? Because you're talking to a guy here, and I'm not even ashamed to say it. I didn't watch Deadpool 2 or Logan. I tried to watch Logan actually. I think I got like halfway through. I didn't finish it. I got about halfway. So you're talking to somebody like I never saw Deadpool 3 or in Deadpool 2. So I don't even know where that story left off. And I didn't finish Logan, so I don't know where that story left off. So in general, I'm a little bit on the outs, so to speak. But yeah, people were pretty excited about it. People were pretty excited. I'm actually looking. Let me see what else they have on here. In fact, I'm gonna try and read this article. You see, what's weird about this scrolling on this thing is that the scroll. Oh, it is working. Oh wow, it is working. Okay, so let me actually read this. Let's see if I can read this for the masses. All right, guys. So let's get into this article. This is from Variety. Hugh Jackman is back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3 with Ryan Reynolds, coming in 2024. Jesus, 2024. My God. Actually, yes, it would be 2024. It's almost the end of 2022. Hugh Jackman will be back as Wolverine in Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds announced on his social media Tuesday afternoon. Deadpool 3 also has an official release date, September 6, 2024. Hey everyone, we're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now, Reynolds says in the video, referencing the D23 Expo in early September. I've had to really search my soul on this one. His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, motivation, meaning. Every Deadpool needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach deep down inside, and I have nothing. Yeah, just completely empty up here and terrifying, but we did have one idea. Hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time? Reynolds asks as Jackman walks up by in the background. Yeah, sure, Ryan. Jack replies. The video ends with blah, da, 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 da. Whitney Houston's I will always love you, sometimes I will always love you, blah, 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 blah. Sean Levy, who made Free Guy and the Adam Project with Reynolds, is directing Deadpool. Oh my lord. Stop there. Hold the press. Oh my lord. You know what? I don't care, so it doesn't matter. But I saw the Adam Project and I was like, I didn't know what was going on in that film, man. I'll be dead serious. I did not have a clue what that was about. And I didn't see Free Guy, so I'm assuming that Free Guy is supposed to be okay, apparently. And you know what? Again, let me just ask this question and I'm going to move on. I'm not going to make a big bones out of this. I'm just going to ask one question. So, Infinities, if you're listening, I want you to also see if you can give me an answer on this. Where is Tim Miller? I've been asking for this guy's whereabouts for the last 2 years. Nobody's been able to tell me where he is. I want to know where Tim Miller is. Because Tim Miller had a lot to say when Dark Fate was coming out. A lot to say. So I want to know where Tim Miller is. Let's see. We got Horrid Films in the house. Let's see what Horrid Films is saying. Jackson gave some good performances, but he is in no way the definitive or only Wolverine. You mean Jack Man? And in my view, he shouldn't even be Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't even make... If you read the comics, right, and I liked Wolverine a lot. Like, to be honest, when I was growing up, who are my favorite characters in comics? My number one was Batman, obviously. I think Wolverine was probably number 2 or number 3, something like that. He was up there for me, like really high. You know, I really like that character a lot. You know, because I've always said, look, Superman is my favorite film. Superman 79, but I never really liked Superman comics. I found Superman comics to be very boring because he's so powerful. It's like he was just too powerful. So I never found the comics that interesting, you know. But comics wise, I mean, obviously, look, number one for me was always Batman. Like, you can't beat that guy. And this is before I was big time on Batman before Batman 89. So when Batman 89 was coming out, that was it. See, that's the funny thing about youngsters. They don't know what it's like to not have good Batman movies in the archives or real Batman movies. I grew up in a time where the only superhero films was like Adam West's Batman. And then after that, the only thing you could look to was Superman the movie. Which is insane how good that film is in the midst of all the nonsense that was going on around it. So yeah, that was a big deal when Batman was coming out. But now it's going to be weird because I was hoping that the next time we saw Wolverine, and this is when I actually still gave a damn about movie. I mean, I didn't really, but let's just roll with it. I was hoping that we were going to get a different actor because Wolverine is supposed to be short and stocky. He's not supposed to be 6'2", lean, and whatever you want to call it. Like, it's not the way it's like at all. And you see, some people say, oh, well, you know, actors are supposed to play different characters and push the character and like you can change. I'm like, yeah, that's all nice and dandy. The thing about Wolverine is that his height and how short he is and the fact that he isn't conventionally attractive at all plays into his insecurities, especially with his relationship with Rogue. Funny enough, we haven't actually even had Rogue like in the X-Men movies. Like, that's because I just thought about it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? That's actually from the comics, is a pretty major character that has been weirdly absent from the films in as meaningful. I mean, we have Rogue, you know, like Anna Paquin playing the character, but you get what I'm saying. Like, in general, across the board, that character hasn't featured in the same way that she featured in the comics, especially in the Wolverine thread. Because in the comics, I remember that Rogue, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Cyclops, Quadra, you know, thing was a big thing. And in the films, it's just really strange because Rogue is a side note, a very much a side character, which is just weird. So obviously, look, if you never read the comics, then everything I'm saying won't make any difference to you. You won't even understand what the hell I'm talking about. But if you read the comics, you'll know that, yeah, man, that is just strange. In fact, I always used to say this, and we only really saw it once. The Situation Room was one of the best things about I loved that thing in the comics. And I love the way that when I'll be reading the comics, I wouldn't actually know whether we were in the Situation Room or not, and whether Cypher was running one of his programs. Like, I actually used to like that because you'd start reading the comic or you'd be midway through and some weird stuff would be happening. And you start thinking that, wait a minute, this is crazy. And then it's not real. They were doing an exercise. And for me, it's weird that that was not used more in the films, because in a lot of ways, it's got a lot of Matrix-like qualities to it. It's very Matrixy. Where you sort of get plugged in to particular experiences and so forth, and you have to. I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, Infinity. So, did you watch all three? Did you watch what do they call it? Did you watch Logan and what's this other thing? Deadpool 2? Give you a link here if you wanna jump in. Get your oh damn, I'm putting this to everything. Damn, that's a mistake. Yes. So tell me. Did you see all three? Yay or nay? And also there's a link in there if you want to jump in. I'll try and bring you up into the conversation. Yeah, guys, I'm actually trying to. In fact, let me go back to reading this. But yes, so that's weird. I had seen one of those two films, and I did not like Adam Project at all, even though it looked like it cost a lot of money. I always don't have any qualms criticizing films when I know that the film cost a lot of money. When I see a film cost like that much and it's that big budget, I'm like, nah. You got to take some jabs if they're jabs to be taken. Because sometimes if you spend that kind of money, sometimes you come out with a decent film, then there's no jabs to be taken. But in this case, I would say there were. Infinities, what's the deal?
Hey, what's going on, Mark?
Yeah, I'm just, so what are your thoughts about this whole business?
I'm kind of really, I'm surprised, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. Because for some reason, I feel like with the Wolverine character, I don't know, it's like they're afraid to recast this guy.
It's the strangest thing I do not understand. It is literally like these guys are scared to recast this guy. It's like these guys are afraid. I don't understand it. I'm like, can somebody else have a go? Anyway, let's just get through the rest of this article, then we'll keep going. Which will officially join the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Okay, Sean Levy, May Africa, blah, 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 blah. And after Disney purchase of 20th Century Fox, Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who penned the first two Deadpool films, returned to write the third. Reese has previously confirmed that Deadpool 3 will remain R-rated, even with the family-friendly MCU. Is this thing scrolling? Is it scrolling?
Yeah.
Okay. Even with the family-friendly as MCU. The last time X-Men fans saw Jackman as Wolverine was in 2016's R-rated Logan, directed by James Mangold. Wolverine famously died in the end of the film, and Jackman has stated repeatedly that the film was his swan song in the role. So it's unclear how he'll appear in Deadpool 3, but the character is best known for repeatedly breaking the fourth wall on film and in the comics. And as Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige recently told Variety anything's possible in the multiverse. Oh, wow.
Well, there you go.
All right. You know what? Before I even finish this out, you know what? You see, this is what I'm talking about, man. So everything's a joke now.
Pretty much gives them an excuse to do whatever they want to do.
They can do anything they want. Yeah, I mean, like now it's like anything goes. It's a free for all. So, what's the point? Do you know what this is now? This is the issue. What is the point of anything? Because you can just rinse, you can just reset it. What's the point? Nothing means anything anymore. Multiverse, man. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. All right. And guys, you know what? I don't know why people still listen on this thing. Whoever is on the Talkback World old page, maybe I shouldn't have even put open that old page. Get on the new page, guys. Get on the new page. Okay? If you're listening on the old page, I should probably shut that down. Reynolds and Jackman have a long superhero history together. The Deadpool star first appeared as the character in 2009's widely panned X-Men Origins Wolverine, which was the first X-Men spin-off to focus on Jackman's character. Origins, The version of Deadpool, however, had his mouth sewn shut, and did not feature his iconic red and black costume. Several years later, Reynolds got another go-round as the wisecracking assassin in a proper R-rated Deadpool movie. Do you know how bananas that is? How does an actor get to play a character twice when the first one failed? How the hell do you pull that off?
Well, the thing is, I mean, when he was in X-Men Origins Wolverine, like the first like 20 minutes of the movie, I thought his Deadpool performance was actually pretty good. And
yeah, but
it was pretty spot on. He just didn't have the costume on.
Did he speak?
Yeah. There's a scene where he's in an elevator. The elevator opens up, and then he cuts a bullet in half, and there's like a big fight.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah, I remember that now. That was dumb, man. He cut a bullet. Do you know how stupid that is? Do you know how ridiculously fast you have to be to cut a bullet? Do you know that I don't even know if Superman can cut a bullet? I don't know if Superman can do it. Maybe the Flash could. Do you know what it means to cut a bullet? And I remember that scene now. He just did it very, very casually. Just cut the bullets. You know, when some of these guys who make these films and write these scripts, I don't think that these guys are actually very smart people. They can't be, because, you know, when you throw things like that in the mix, you're clearly not a very smart person. You cut a bullet, man. Reynolds and Jackman have a long soon shot did not feature so
wait, hold on a second. I just now remember something. Wasn't he doing like he was doing like nunchuck moves with his blades, and guys were machine gunning.
Hold on. The Deadpool The Deadpool films are the top grossing X-Men titles of all time. Each earning over 780 million worldwide. The first two films, which debuted in 2016 and 2018 respectively, were released by 20th Century Fox for Disney acquired the studio. See, now that is the reason why Tim Miller actually got to do Terminators, because this guy made them 780 million. That's why.
That was a pretty low budget movie, right?
It was.
I remember it being like
low. It was pretty low. Guys, whoever's on Talkback World, I've got two people on Talkback World. Try and, guys, can somebody put the link to the new page in the chat so people can go to the new page, please? In fact, you know what? I'll do it, because I think that this is the easiest way. I'll do it. All right, because I know people are in the old page. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. All right, guys, I'm putting this in the relevant chats. All right, that is the channel. That is the channel that you need to be on. That is the channel you need to be on. It is in the chat. To those people on the regular Talkback World page, it is in the chat. Yes, you know what? Infinities, I do remember that. It was absolutely outrageous. I think he was just like swiping his blades all like a helicopter type thing or whatever. And they were sitting at him and he was just blocking all the bullets. It was ludicrous. And you see, this is the thing, which is what I feel bad for some of these actors, is that when you're shooting those sort of scenes, you have to be committed, you have to be professional, you have to be, and in the back of your mind, you've just got to be thinking that this is ridiculous. You've got to be thinking that, you know. Man, oh man, oh man. Rusty, do you want to get into this thing? The link is in there, Rusty. Feel free. And whoever's on Talkback World, like I said, please click the link in the chat to get to the new page. Click the link in the chat to get to the new page. You know, I just had it open because I know people are still over there. And anybody who has come over, make sure that you are subscribed to the new channel. Like and subscribe to the new channel so that you will know when we are going live on the new spot. What is that? You know, your thing gives some weird feedback, man. Yeah. It's making a weird noise now. Okay, that's better. It stopped. What is that? What did you do?
I think it's my audio driver. I'm using a third-party program, and I think it's crashing.
That's what it is, man. Like, you know, like last time it was really, really messed up before. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it's giving me a lot of feedback in my headphones. Let's see now. Yeah, no, Rusty had some other news and I was going to cover that before I jumped off here. Something to do with HBO cooking books. You know, I thought that was pretty interesting. I was going to cover that. Some book cooking. Did you hear anything about that?
No idea.
He said something about cooking the books on subscriber counts. The people who were buying in, you know, he said it was cooking books. So I'm not sure what that means. I have no idea what that means. On another note, though, I've actually, as you can see, gained 54 subscribers. You know, so thanks everybody who subscribed.
Man, I was going to say that those shorts are getting quite a lot of views, man. So that's probably why.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there was one, I did one that got like 35,000 in 1 hour.
That's crazy.
I got 34,000 views in an hour, in like an hour and a half or something. It was less than an hour, man. It's like an hour. And well, it was 32,000. We got 2 more thousand since then, but it was like 32,000, man. And, you know, then I released a bunch of shorts after that and I didn't get anything, you know, hardly anything, like, you know, 100 views, 200 views. So I don't know what happened. I mean, I was trying to adhere to the same rules and regulations and, you know, things were acting a little funky.
Yeah, the algorithm can be weird sometimes.
Oh no, it's completely weird. Guys, people who are listening, they're not even listening to what I'm saying. If you're on the old Talkback page, look in the chat and you'll see a link to a YouTube account. Click on the link to the new YouTube page right now and listen on the new YouTube page. This broadcast is also broadcasting from the new YouTube page, so please switch over. Let's see. Oh, Sam Collins. Those shows can get real popular, but it depends on which ones hits. Yep, it's true. Definitely. Rusty Shackelford. They were counting all AT&T accounts who could get a free account as actual subscribers, even though many never signed up for the app. Could you put that in the chat? Put the link to the article in the chat, and I'll pull it up. So put the link to the article in the chat. Yeah, man. You know, it is a remarkable thing. An absolutely remarkable thing. You know, it is definitely a remarkable thing. Wow. Oops. I have no idea what I just played there. I'm trying to look at all these, but I have some different backgrounds here. I'm trying to show. Ooh, damn, got space.
That looks nice.
Yeah, I think I'll roll with that one. I can't remember when I think I put this up some years ago. It was in my archives. Oh my Lord. You know what's so funny about StreamYard? Like StreamYard, I think it's really is the best. It's the best thing for doing all these live shows and recording and all that sort of stuff, because it's like they've given you all the tools that you would really need to make things work. But yes, somebody put that in the link, or put the link in here. And I will discuss that HBO scenario. Oh, by the way, are you watching, you're not watching Rings of Power, are you?
Nope.
And why are you not watching it? It's just, you're just boycotting it, or is there a reason?
I don't see a reason.
Alex,
to me, like the original trilogy, those three movies.
Put it in the chat, Rusty. Put the link in the chat. Or actually, you know what? I should be able to get the link from here as well. Hold on. Let me get the link from here. Yes, sorry, give me a sec. Let me just trying to pull up this link.
Yeah, no problem.
The wrap, manage options. Yeah. Keep going. I'm listening to you.
Oh no, I was just saying how like I have no real need to watch those movies because the original trilogy kind of just fulfills pretty much everything Lord of the Rings that I could ever want. So I really don't have any interest in watching anything else because it's not going to match up to the originals.
Yeah, man. I mean, the last episode that they just aired was, listen, man. I mean, these guys, it's like they went backwards. It's really weird. It's like they literally went backwards. Like, I thought they were making a little bit of progress, and these guys, they were like, nah, man, we ain't even going for that. We're going to go backwards if you don't mind. And these guys went backwards. Now, hold on. I'm trying to share screen. I'm trying to pull this thing up. Chrome tab. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. All right. So we got Warner Brothers cooked HBO Max subscriber numbers. Damn. So you didn't hear anything about this story?
No.
Man, oh man, oh man. This looks... Warner Brothers cooked HBO Max subscriber numbers. Let me put this up on the screen. Okay. All right. Wow. I mean, you know what? I was giving these guys a lot of praise earlier because of how well I thought HBO Max was doing in terms of the streaming. I mean, they were putting out the most high-end product on their service. But let's read this.
Yeah.
Is it scrolling?
Yes, cool.
Okay. Warner Brothers cooked its HBO Max subscriber numbers by as many as 10 million. Wow.
Damn.
And misled shareholders. Jeez, man. This is actually pretty crazy. Let me adjust myself here. And by as many as 10 million, and misled shareholders in other ways that violate the Securities Act to complete its merger with Discovery. According to a class action lawsuit that claims it could potentially represent hundreds of thousands of plaintiffs. Wow. I don't even understand what the problem is. Like, okay, so I mean, I know what the problem is, but I don't know how plaintiffs would be involved. I thought it's just a case of misrepresentation, I would imagine. Anyway, the lawsuit was filed last Friday in New York on behalf of the Collinsville Police Pension Board, an Illinois-based shareholder of Warner Brothers. Discovery stock, which is accepted in trade for its pre-merger Class C common Discovery shares. At the time of the merger, Discovery shares were valued at $24.78. As of Tuesday, WBD shares were trading just above $11. Wow. That's huge. The lawsuit names Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav and CFO Gunnar Weidenfels as defendants. WBD did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Wow, this is a bit of a long article. Let me see if I can distill this. The lawsuit says that among several other adverse information being kept hidden, the merger company overstated the subscriber base for HBO Max. How do you feel about this?
Well, honestly, I could say that a lot of people signed up for HBO Max at the beginning because we were all in a pandemic, and they were actually showing like real movies like day and date on HBO Max, and that got me to sign up, and a lot of other people. But I think now that's aren't they planning to merge HBO Max into Discovery or something like that?
I believe so.
Maybe they're trying to get some more money out of that before they do it. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, man. I haven't got a clue what is going on. It's just all very, very weird. It's very, very weird indeed.
It is a good service, though. HBO Max is probably my favorite among the streaming services. They actually have stuff I want to see.
It's the best out of all of them. It's the one that has just the highest quality materials coming out. Sam Collins, I guess all those Snyder fanboys who swore up and down that millions of people subscribe to HBO Max just to watch the Snyder Cut kind of exaggerated those numbers.
That's a good point.
That's true.
That was a huge thing. In fact, I think that was the main draw.
That was one of the biggest draws. It was definitely one of the biggest draws. Because remember, like, when early on in HBO Max's lifespan, or when HBO Max was coming out, people were wondering why anybody would go there, and how it was going to cope. But the reality is that, man, the quality of the material, it was all about that quality, man. I mean, these guys were bringing out films that would have been massive tentpole movies in the cinema.
Yeah, so Congress's Godzilla on there.
Which is what Congress is what?
Yeah, when they had King Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I didn't go out to watch it. I stayed home and watched it. It was great.
Listen, I watched that thing at home as well. But you said Congress. I didn't even really hear what you said. You said Congress or Converse?
Oh no, I was just saying Kong versus Godzilla.
That's what I was trying to figure out. You said Congress. Wait, what were you referring to in terms of Congress?
Oh, nothing. I think you just misheard me.
Oh, so you didn't. So I missed. So it wasn't. You weren't saying the word Congress like the politics Congress.
No.
That's what I thought you were saying. So what word were you saying?
No, I was just saying Kong versus Godzilla.
Congress is Godzilla. That's what is throwing me. Listen, man, am I stupid? What do you mean by that? I actually really want to understand what you mean. What is Congress is Godzilla?
I talk fast. I meant to say Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh. Oh my God. Listen, man, I was genuinely confused. I was like, Congress? Was there a Godzilla in Congress? That's what I was, all this time I was trying to figure out. I was like, what the hell has Congress got to do with Godzilla, King Kong? You were saying Kong versus, oh God. Man, anyway, yes, you're right. Yeah. It's yeah, man. Look, Chipster, you're right, man. I think these guys they might have exaggerated, or it could be that those were the people who, at least at that point, were keeping HBO afloat, HBO Max afloat. And that would actually explain some of the reason why this guy is still getting money to make films. Because for me, it's remarkable. It's like, you remember when we calculated how much money Zack Snyder has had to make his films? It was in a lot of billions. It was in like, I don't know, 2 billion or whatever amount. That's how much he's had.
He's done a lot of movies.
And not one of them. Like, let me ask you this, Infinities. Who is still watching Man of Steel now? Nobody. Absolutely no one.
Yeah, he just makes like disposable entertainment. Like you watch it one time, get what you want out of it, and then you just forget it as soon as you leave.
You forget that thing as you're watching it. You're just forgetting. Like it's just, it's weird, man. But wow. Look, I've got to find an earlier time to get on here. Like I can't be, because these days I'm waking up so early that for me now it's like midnight and I am wasted.
Oh damn. It's only 7:30 here.
Yeah, I am absolutely wasted. And it's because I'm waking up at like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning. So for me to stay up till this time is killing me. And so for me doing live shows, I feel like I've got to do them when it's really early morning. And like, when do you wake up?
Well, right now I'm on vacation, so I wake up whenever I want.
Oh, okay. Till when?
I usually stay up till like 12, 1 o'clock.
No, I mean, when you're on vacation till when?
The rest of this week.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I have to do it in the morning your time, which is afternoon my time, and it will really make things a lot easier for me, because this stuff I'm so tired, by the time it gets to this point in the day. But anyway,
don't just schedule it on YouTube so people know when.
Yeah, no, I should. I mean, what I would want to do is to schedule it to happen at, let me see, what time would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would be 8 a.m. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would usually do it at like 8 a.m. Eastern. But then 8 a.m. Eastern would be 5 a.m. Pacific. The only alternative would be to do it at 10 a.m. Eastern and 7 a.m. Pacific. But if I do it at that time, I don't think anybody on the East could watch, right? Or listen.
I mean, they could listen. I guess. Well, I mean, it's YouTube is always on, so yeah, there's gonna be somebody.
Yeah, because I think that would just work better for me because this whole business is rough, man. You know, it is rough, rough, rough. But anyway, all right. Let me catch some sleep. I will.
All right, man.
See you. Yeah, I'll be back on. But yeah, no, I think those shorts are definitely very, very helpful. But you really never know which one is gonna click. You really have no idea. You just have to just sort of go with the flow and
Which
hold.
is kind of it's kind of fine because it's like I could just keep popping them out, you know.
Yeah, you could keep popping them out. You know, you just never know. But it the ones that do really well so far for me I have to edit them, and the editing is quite fiddly because it's just 1 minute, you know, maximum.
Yeah.
So it gets really, really fiddly to fit everything in. But those are the ones that do the best, you know. But yeah, man. All right, everybody. This was Talkback Live. And like I said, you know, I'm going to try and be doing this in the early morning Eastern and Pacific time just to allow me to have some strength when I get on the air. But yeah, Deadpool and what's his name? Wolverine are teaming up, and HBO has been cooking its books. That's what the deal is these days. All right, guys. Till the next time. Cheers.